In this tutorial now we will discuss about the magnetic lasso tool. So let's move forward and discuss magnetic lasso tool. Magnetic lasso tool is again a type of lasso tool. To select this, we have to click the shift plus L. So we're going to move through the various lasso options. So like we just discussed, we have the lasso tool, the polygon lasso tool, and now the last one, the magnetic lasso tool. Magnetic lasso tool is the edge detection tool. It basically searches for the edges. So while you are moving around the selection, it's basically searching for the edges and it sticks to those edges like a magnet. So if you have images which has a deep contrast, for instance somebody standing at a plain background, magnetic tool will help you to create selection, and you can even achieve transparent images through this tool. So let's move into Photoshop and learn about this amazing tool. Let's start. So let's begin with the magnetic lasso tool, which is just under the lasso tool and the polygonal lasso tool. So here we find the magnetic lasso tool, and to select it you can also do shift L and it's gonna go inside. So you have a magnet attached on the side, as you can see. Now, so magnetic lasso is basically an edge detection tool. It actively searches for the edges of the object as you're moving around it. It snaps the selection outline to the edge and clings to it like a magnet. So I'm just gonna quickly show what I mean. So it's basically, if you see, is looking for edges, and it's actually going. So it's actually, I have my mouse clicked and I am going slowly. So magnetic lasso helps me better when I have a stark difference between my object and its background. So I'm moving and moving slowly before I create the selection. So remember, you have your mouse or your touchpad. So I'm pressing my touchpad continuously. I'm not left it, and I am going slowly around this object. And I have a good difference between, so it is better if you are slow. And don't worry if you've actually left out or you've gone inside, we have options of adding into the selection like we have in the marquee tool. So any error made can be corrected. So don't just leave your that you made an error and leave in between. Continue, and we have the option in Photoshop to correct your selection. But I've been quite precise, I feel, and I leave it and I have this wonderful selection. Over here I can see I have left that ear, so I can come here in my optional panel and I can just click on the ear, and the ears will also just make a line here from here, and those ears will also get selected. And also we can increase the feather radius. If you do not want a very crisp edge, we want some smooth edges, we can increase the feather size here. Also we can increase the contrast. So basically the contrast will help me to the contrast will actually help me change. If I increase the contrast and my brightness, and it will help me take out the use low edge contrast values for areas where the color or the brightness value of the object and background are similar. Same way you can use the higher edge color when there is basically are very different than the background and the subject. So here we are, and I can always use it and place it wherever I want. So I can take this and place it here. So it gives me beautiful options. Let me just go and do that once again. It did not happen that time. I'm going to do Control C, bring on some other layers. So I have to be in the background layer, and Control V. So, and let me bring it forward. So I have this on the top. I can also do Control T, lower this and just place it. Though it does not look nice, let me hide this woman from here if that makes a difference. So I can go here. Okay, I need to actually approve my transformation before I go ahead, and I can hide this, and I can just have him do Control T, come to this layer, do Control T again, make it inside, and I can even have this man here in the billboard, and I can just select it using my magnetic tool. So it's super cool to use magnetic lasso, and it basically sticks like a magnet with the distinct edges. So stay tuned for further tutorials on Tutorial Point.